None of the cameras are up, but the microphones are working. Hello, everybody.
Whoa.
Hi.
Oh, there they are.
We're back and we're live, and thank you so much for standing by through technical difficulties. Well, hello, Grim. Hello, good friends of the Indigo community. Oh, we love you too, Grim. Yeah, thank you for joining us. It is Tuesday night. It's time for a little Dungeons and Dragons here on Indigo Chameleon. As always, we have a merch store, we have a Discord, we have all sorts of fun and interesting ways for you, dear viewer, to interact with us, dear players. And and thank you so much. Upcoming schedule for this week is short but sweet. On Thursday, we go back to the Lost Isle as the group continues to do a little bit of research, and two of our adventurers are dealing with a dragon by the name of Puff, who lives in a land of candy. So it's going to be an interesting ride, kids. So tune in for Thursday night as we meet like sci-fi meets Dungeons and Dragons and things of that sort. Friday night, we go back to Neverland as we go back into the dungeon that we had to kind of take a break from last week as we were missing one of our players, and we continue our game of Dead Man's Hand to see how many years the group can come away with.
Oh gosh.
Who knows? Thistle might be considerably older at the end of this game, so...
Only 500 years?
You weren't using them.
See what happens.
What are we going to do with 500 years?
Yeah, and it's the latter half.
Making my way downtown.
They're just like shaved off at the end. And then we cycle back around to Tuesday. So I think that's it for the upcoming schedule for this week. I want to jump right into tonight's game. Okay. Once upon a time in Wonderland, the group found themselves in Fae'ke. Fae'ke was a kingdom that was a safe haven for those that practiced magic and looked to push the limits of both the scientific and the arcane. Finding themselves in Fae'ke, they also discovered where their long-lost friend Nyx had found himself. Nyx was going through a bit of a difficulty finding his memories and regaining who his former self was. Fae'ke and Edgar bonded over a little bit of lost arcane. Edgar offered a blood pact, but it didn't work out. But it's still on the table.
My pocket?
It's still on the table for next time. It's a mystery blood pact. We'll use that later.
Whenever you know.
Yeah. The group decided in a bold move, led by Fae'ke, to abandon Fae'ke. Not choosing to talk with the authorities of the kingdom, and instead choosing to sneak away in the middle of the chaos that was brewing and leaving Fae'ke behind. Fae'ke seemed pretty emotionally distraught at this decision, having to abandon his former life to the wayside. There were some interesting watches that took place last episode, so I encourage you once again to follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and even on Twitch we have some of our older episodes where you can catch up on stuff that you missed. And that brings us to, after a very long rest, the group finds themselves not too far away from the kingdom of Fae'ke, and having rested for the evening. All of them coming to a completed long rest. So for all of you that did so, I think the only one that didn't was Fae'ke. But all of you begin to wake up. As per your request, you were the first one up in the morning. You do notice that Fae'ke's things are gone. There is a small note that has been left in the spot where he was resting, and Humphrey is also gone as well.
Start making breakfast.
Yeah. Those of you that eat and would be privy to this are awakened to the smells of cooked food. It is a veritable cornucopia, I think, for a traveler's breakfast, as although you are somewhat used to and accustomed to eating outside and during travels and things of that sort. So cooked meats, probably some eggs and fresh vegetables in a skillet. But yeah, that is
a pot of water for you. I don't know if you need tea or just hot water. It's there.
Just like an aesthetic thing. So that's what you guys awaken to. Smells of breakfast.
I would come out of sentry mode and walk over.
Sure.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Well, hot water, but I didn't know if you had tea or you needed it or just.
I'll pull tea
It's
bags
there.
out of my bag and put it in the hot water.
I just imagine there's a dispenser, like.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. You start fixing yourself a nice cuppa. But Edgar and Nix, Thoe, you all awaken at the regular time.
Yeah, Edgar's gonna wake up and just go to the fire where at least we can get like a small coal, and he's gonna put it on top of his little pipe. And he's gonna kind of just sit there and just hang out, just kind of like watching everything that's going on, and just kind of just puff on this little pipe.
Sure. I think it's the first time you've done that, where you've gotten. Describe to us what the pipe looks like.
So it's a very long pipe with like a nice cup at the end. He just like puts his thumb over it to kind of keep the heat on it, but just almost like Gandalf's pipe from like Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
So it kind of hangs out on it and just packs it full of some assorted greens.
And Edgar smokes precisely what he needs to.
He just hangs out and he goes, okay, well this is it. This is the long haul. Like and he's just gonna sit and just.
It's a very comfortable motion.
Yeah, of course.
Smells delicious.
Are you enough for everyone? So we have a long day.
Expecting me to do some sort of exchange of like asking if this is under hospitality or something? I don't normally do that, but I don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything.
It is not, but it is a free gift if you should have.
Oh well.
Take it as an apology for my rash behavior. I judged you too quick.
I would say you did,
I did. I also said that I did. So
but thank you.
you're welcome. Nix?
Yeah, thank you.
Literally the epitome of like, I'm just gonna sit down. You are Kermit the Frog. Thank you, T.E. Graves, for subscribing 7 months in a row. We love you.
He hit me.
I'll go get some food and just kind of sit down with the group.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of join in.
Yep.
You guys are sitting down, enjoying yourselves a very nice breakfast where there is a soft buzzing. Sounds like a small insect that is flying close to your ear as a very small pixie enters into your little clearing and just hovers over the space a little bit. It says, "Good evening."
Hello.
Mike?
Or good morning.
Hello, friend.
Hello. My, the food smells delicious.
Would you like some?
Yes, please. And the pixie flitters down a little bit. You see them taking out a small, just what looks to be the size of a toothpick, a sword, and poking at some of the cooked meat. Could I invite a friend?
I don't see why not.
Come have breakfast. Another pixie sort of joins in the clearing. Hello.
Hello.
May we have some?
Sure.
All are welcome?
Find out how many are there.
Sure.
I mean, they're very small. They don't need much.
When I was like, sure, like another pixie comes in from out of the clearing, and then the pixie says, "All are welcome in this space." And you see a couple of other individuals just sort of. They look like a half between goblin and they've got dark skin, bright yellow eyes. They look like they best fit in underground of some sort. They kind of come stumbling into the clearing, staying on the outskirts of it. The three pixies are enjoying the food, but these two little creatures are being held by like a small chain around their neck, a little gold chain. Which is attached to a leash where another one of these creatures is standing up on its legs, holding the two smaller versions of it at bay. And they're just on the outskirts of the forest. But they are not approaching the camp. The three pixies are picking at the food.
Who are your friends? Over there.
They're part of our party.
What sort of party is this?
This is a scouting party.
And what are you scouting for?
We're looking for the agents.
The agents of shh or agents quietly?
Agents, quietly. Shh.
Perhaps we should wake Trovik.
If you can find him.
So he's not here.
He's kind of hard to miss. If he was here, you would see him.
Who's Trovik?
That is my brother.
Oh. I have a brother.
Oh?
And one of the pixies kind of like flitters really close to you. How long have you been brothers?
His entire life.
Wow, that's a long time.
It is.
What does he look like?
He's very big. He's got horns. Why'd you ask?
We just like to be. We like to find information about the people that are walking around the forest. Can I have your name?
You cannot.
Okay. And the guy comes over, and the three of them are eating food.
Who are you scouting for?
We're scouting for Tahao.
Tahao?
The hell with it.
No, just Tahao.
Oh, okay.
Who is Tahao? Maybe we've seen Tahao.
I don't think so.
What does Tahao look like?
You see her turn over to this is good. You see her turn over to a blank spot in the clearing and just be like, Tahao, can we tell them what you look like? And like there is no response, and they just kind of look over at the food, and she goes, he does not wish us to tell you what he looks like.
Oh, we misunderstood each other. I was asking who you were looking for, not
Oh,
or for whom you were looking.
we don't know what they look like.
Oh, that makes it really hard to scout for them.
It is. May I touch your hand?
I'd prefer that you didn't, but
May I get close to your hand?
why?
We're supposed to feel
Feel it.
to see if they are close by.
I do not believe that that is us.
So that is a no?
That is a no.
What if we could entice you?
And how exactly do you intend to do that?
Well, we could entice you by offering you gold. Don't mortals like gold?
Most of them do. I do not need it though.
Would you like passage somewhere?
We're doing quite fine on our own, but we appreciate the offer.
Could you grant someone else passage out of somewhere?
Oh yes, and there's one of the other little pixies that's eating food, and just you see the beings of the cage sort of like go forward a little bit, and the pixie holds a hand and it says, "We are very adept at transporting someone. Are they not here now?
They are not.
We would be happy to help. We can get in most places undetected. We are very sneaky."
Allah,
Rather,
your father.
what about him? Is there because he needs to be cared for? Do you have somewhere else for him to go?
No, it was just a thought. It appears we won't need your services.
May we feel your hand?
I feel that is unwise.
May we feel your hand?
Why do you want to feel my hand?
To feel if you are the one we are looking for.
Well, why are you looking for the one you are looking for?
Why are we looking for the one we are looking for? And they look to a different spot in the clearing, and there is no audible response. And she says, I see. We must leave this place soon.
Anything going on with symbols?
None?
Nothing? Okay.
None. You're good.
Okay.
All you want to do is touch my hand, and that's it.
Yes?
Nothing else.
No?
You can touch my hand.
Okay. She comes by, and you see her place. The little tiny pixie kind of flitters over and like touches your hand and stops. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, my dear.
May we touch your hand?
Which would you prefer? The one that is, well, cut open or not?
The one that is not. Blood magics are a terrible thing.
And he hands her over the one that, like, he cut.
Yep.
And just stares at her.
She does not. She says, and we are allowed to,
Allowed to touch my hand.
even though it is cut.
If you so choose.
The figure in the back takes two stakes out from behind its back and stakes the two smaller versions of it. Dark skin, these sort of odd elvish features that are grotesque, sort of a mix between an elf and a goblin. And it's just, both of the little ones have these little spots of drool. They look a little blinded by the sun out at the moment. But this one, this taller version of it, a little bit taller than you, Edgar, comes over to where you are and takes a hand and places it on top of yours. And then those of you that speak Sylvan, he says one word: warm.
Contextually, like as in like warm, as in like the feeling of blood, or warm as in like we're getting
It is-
close
it
to
is
something.
Heat.
Okay.
It is heat. Oh, the pixie goes. Also in Sylvan goes. Oh, the other one was not.
I
So
speak Sylvan, so
same.
getting it.
So then I'll dress him back in Sylvan with that question's like warm as close, warm as feeling of now.
You're speaking to the taller
Yeah,
version.
the one that,
yeah.
that's clasped on my hand.
He's he put his hand upon you and then like sort of stepped back and turns to look back at another invisible spot in the clearing and saying, which one do we take?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done this, but I want to try it. Can Mage Hand encapsulate something?
Mage Hand cannot be used as an attack.
No, that's
Cannot
not what
be
I'm. That's
used-
not what I'm trying to do.
Sure,
Restraint.
your Mage Hand is invisible.
Yes.
You probably could, depending on the use
Okay,
of what you're about
so
to
I want to
do.
cover his hand that the thing is holding with Mage Hand to try to shield whatever he's sensing off of him.
Okay.
Like to see if that
Yeah,
changes things.
You send out the Mage Hand, and you hear a those of you that speak Sylvan once again, you hear the words, "Kill the rest, bring me the girl." And the pixies nod, and they say, "You can speak Sylvan."
I know many curious things.
For a surprise round, I need you to give me 3 wisdom saving throws. Everybody else.
D20s?
So this is D20s for me. Everybody else has already rolled initiative as we are about to enter into combat. Your hand
Yeah.
placing over is not. There's no tactile.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure. Like,
Gripping, and he's already felt it.
yeah,
The 2 people that he needed to feel the hands of, he's already felt.
Okay.
So, or they've already felt.
Yeah.
So.
I also speak Sylvan. I don't know if that does anything.
Yep. For those of you that I'm going to, there's no advantage to knowing it's coming in
Sure.
a wisdom saving throw. That time
Yeah.
has passed.
Okay, but I didn't reveal I spoke it to them. So
No. So
Okay.
so if they communicate at all, you can keep that as a side effect.
Sure.
So
Okay. So that being said, I need 3 consecutive.
I have
wisdom,
3 wisdom saving throws.
3 wisdom saving.
Could
throws.
it also be argued? No, never mind. Because say like because I have telepathy.
Let me make sure that this is a. How about this? I'm gonna double check real quick.
Because these are good. I just want to just get mine.
I just want to make sure that these are wisdom saves. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. All right, what do you got?
The first one is a 17.
17.
Second one is a 20, not net.
Okay.
And the third is a 20, not net.
Okay. The 3 polymorph spells go off without a hitch, and you hear the pixie say, "Darn!" As we kick off into initiative. You see these 3 little pixies cast, okay? And we go to the top of the initiative order. So as everyone is somewhat prepared for this inevitability, you are all very much aware that 3 spells were just thrown at Edgar. And Edgar just takes a couple of halting steps backward as through sheer force of will, he is able to stop himself from the spells affecting him. Okay? Yes, Mandrake.
yeah. Being that I heard what they said, could I take an action? Any kind of action at the very beginning?
No, you may not.
Okay.
The time for doing that,
Yeah,
like
no.
I said, was
No, I get it.
let's
Yeah.
do this, but thank you for asking.
Yeah.
That's good. We're gonna kick off the top of the initiative order, okay? That was their little surprise attack against him. Nyx, what would you like to do?
All right. So
3 pixies in the clearing. Taller, one of those goblin-looking elf creatures. If you log into our Discord, you'll see what the taller one looks like. At least what their face looks
so
like.
there's 3 pixies, 2
One larger being
One large.
that had 2 of the tinier
smaller.
versions of it staked on the ground, and they're just chomping at the bit.
All right.
It's
And
like
how
attack dogs.
close is the farthest thing from me?
The farthest thing from you are those 2 things staked to the ground currently, and they're just kind of snarling.
How distance-wise? Like 30,
Distance-wise,
50,
I'm going to put those guys at 40 feet away.
40 feet. Okay. And
Everybody
then
else
everything
is
else, everything else is within 30.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to use Steel Wind Strike then.
Okay.
So the 4 creatures within 4 creatures I can see within 30 feet.
Okay.
All right.
This is an amazing move. I love Steel Wind Strike. As you are brandishing a weapon for this, correct?
I will be taking out a knife. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll take out your knife.
Yes.
With an action, you're able to use this spell to kind of like strike out against up to those creatures. So I need a melee spell attack against each of the targets.
Yep. So 4 d20s.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. 4 d20s.
Okay. All right. So I've got, oh my god, 2 nat 20s on here.
Okay. I need some designations.
Okay.
Then.
I'd say the my shiny one will be on the main guy, so that's 9 plus 12, 21 for the main guy, and
okay,
then
that hits.
29 nat 20 for the pixies.
All of the pixies, with one fell move, the pixies are destroyed.
Nice.
I didn't roll the damage, but that doesn't
They
matter.
have 1 hit point
Oh,
each.
never mind then.
Those pixies
Okay.
are just immediately destroyed. For the Darkling Elder, you're going to have to roll damage.
Roll damage, okay.
Yes.
All right, so I think that's 42 force damage.
42 force damage.
Yes.
Perfect. With that, you see as Nyx strikes out forward with his knife, he's magically fueled as he begins to cast this spell, and just as quickly as he appears, he's boom, 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 behind all of these creatures, stabbing them and killing them. The pixies are all quick to die. The Darkling Elder, as it is stabbed, falls onto the ground. And as it does, its body begins to shake as its natural immunity to the sunlight begins to fade. I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Myself included.
Yes.
12.
Okay.
17.
17.
The other one.
So failure,
16.
success,
25.
success,
17.
17. Okay.
Sorry. Pencil didn't work.
It's
So
very
our
violent.
live mics.
It got stuck. I'm sorry.
You're good. Okay, so on my failure, you're actually going to take 14 points of damage. Everybody else takes 7
What kind?
radiant damage.
Okay.
You are blinded.
Blinded. Okay.
As this thing explodes with a flash of light, and you are just completely blinded by the light.
Okay.
Okay.
With Steel Wind Strike, I can choose where I end up teleported to.
I will let you choose a spot that's within 5 feet of where you started with Steel Wind Strike.
It says 5 feet from an enemy.
Within 5 feet of one of the targets you hit or miss.
Would one of the fairies have been 10 feet closer to those other creatures?
No, the 3
No.
fairies and
All
everyone was within a small circle within this space.
Okay, so being 5 feet from any of them wouldn't get me
Would
within
put you 35
30.
feet away from the 2 creatures that are staked in the ground.
That works.
Okay. You are
I'm blinded anyways.
You're blinded anyways.
Can I use my movement to move closer that way, or no, because I'm blinded?
You can move in a random direction, and I'll let you roll a d4 to determine what direction you move.
Sure, that works. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Don't mind that. 1. So whichever way you want to put that.
Okay. You see Nyx. He's right up and close to this creature as it dies, and you see his eyes sort of taken aback, but he disappears right after the blast, and then starts kind of wandering off into the woods.
That's fine.
Full movement, 30 feet
Yeah.
of movement, just into the woods for a spell, like looking around for any sort of something that he can come in contact with.
That's fine.
Okay. That is Nyx's turn. That's the Dark Elder's turn. Edgar, it is now your turn.
2 questions.
Yes.
1, do I know, like, Edgar, do I know, like, who's after me, like, to attack? Or is it just at random?
Here's what you see in the forest before you.
Okay.
You knew that the creatures were speaking to something that
Right.
was not visible to the naked eye.
Okay.
You know that there are 2 creatures that are set up a little further away. They're
Right.
staked in the ground and they're chomping at the bit.
Sure, to attack.
To get out.
Second question.
Yes.
If I use telepathy, does that count as an action?
You tell me. I think as you're talking about your racial feat.
Right.
I believe it's your racial feat. This is just something that you are able to telepathically communicate, and when you're communicating, that's usually a free action
Okay.
in the fight.
Okay.
So it's not an ability that you're activating.
Because if that's the case, and if I see Nyx wandering around, like, hey, I want to like redirect him to the fight, like turn around, like just reposition him, like
Turn around.
just
Got
something
it.
real fast, and then I want to immediately give an inspiration to Olo, and yes, so inspiration to Olo with Fire Right, Fire Blight, Cast, Crush, Demolish, Sight, True Strike, Extreme Might, take upon this fight, obscene this trite.
Okay, so you yell out to Nyx, come here, and then you, yeah.
Use my inspiration to.
Actually, that brings up a good point. He is so far away from you.
It
at
does.
this
That
point.
doesn't work.
He is not within the 30-foot range.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
That you are.
That's fine.
You got to read those abilities.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to help me a lot too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he is, because he's moved the 30 feet and he teleported the 5 feet.
Okay.
Great.
Then
Like,
we're
he
yeah.
just puts you right out of range.
Okay. I didn't get the teleport properly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's fine. Then just giving an inspiration to Olo.
Okay. Although you have an inspiration, what die is that?
I believe it is a D. I will tell you in 5 seconds. A D10. Thank you.
Okay. D10 of inspiration for you, Olo. That is your turn, Edgar. That's all you're doing?
Yes, sir.
The Darklings will be released from their hold, and they're gonna go after the one that has no backup and is just sort of wandering around in the woods right now.
Great.
They're gonna go up against Nyx and start making some attacks his way. So
Don't worry, I'm blinded, so I'll be fine.
I'm sure
You got this. You're fine.
I'm sure you're gonna be just fine.
It's how I lost the death match. I'm blind and deaf and in a box.
You know, I thought Mage Armor would
Oh,
be
and a
worse
bunny.
than
I was also a bunny.
One of them's gonna go running for you with its little legs, try carrying close to where you are, and it's going to slash out at you with this tiny little dagger, but it's going to miss completely. The other one is going to be an 18 against AC,
Yeah?
because you have not cast Mage Armor on
Yep.
yourself this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
So that is going to be...
A lot.
no, it's going to be 12 points of damage.
I'm fine.
You are already blinded, so you are good.
I'm already blinded, so
So that is their
Double blind.
turns. As these two little creatures, these two little like goblin-esque creatures, are surrounding Nyx now and poking him with these little daggers. Okay. What are these guys doing? Okay. Next to you, Fae'ke, you're gonna take an attack. The first attack is going to be an advantage because out of invisibility, this thing takes a swipe at you. That is an... Let's see. What do these boys do? Oh, God. Okay. That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah. I figured.
Hold on. Well, no, never mind.
No, please, go ahead.
Nope, I read wrong.
You guys
Nope,
are all
I
gonna
read
roll-
incorrectly. I apologize.
Okay. 11. 17 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
And 8 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
As this thing manifests in front of you, if you look on the Discord, the elven creature that seems to be wreathed in summer flame is standing right next to you. That's the first attack. The next attack is going to come from a second
Shoot.
one that flanks her. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Okay.
I roll one of my Hemocraft die, which is a D8, subtract that number from it.
Okay. This is your reaction, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It's immune to blindness.
Okay. Nope. This thing is not immune to.
That's going to be 3 from whatever it was.
3 from 15. 12. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay. That was the first attack.
I remember when we were supposed to be
21.
resistant.
21.
Yeah.
6, 10. 10 points of slashing
Yep.
and another 4 fire damage.
Yep. So 14.
Okay. The third one is going to make its
No,
attacks.
15. No, 14. Never mind. Go ahead.
Third one is going to make its attacks. This first one's at advantage as it comes out of invisibility. This is another 26 to hit, Thoe.
Yep.
Okay, 10. So 14 slashing again. And then another 2 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna hit them so hard.
Yes.
I used to be resistant to fire damage once upon a time.
All 3 of them will use their bonus action to bamf out, spreading themselves across the field, using a bonus to face step out of the way. Let's see. The ability recharges for 2 of them, and they spread themselves across the field. 2 long swords at the ready, scanning them. I will say they're equal distant away from Mandrake, Alo, and Thoe, kind of spreading themselves across the field a bit. Okay?
Okay.
That is going to be their turn. Okay. Mandrake.
Okay.
Nope, wait. Alo.
No.
You
You
already
rolled
won.
an 11. I rolled a 10. You had a 7 plus 4. I had a 2 plus 8.
I had Mandrake at a 7.
No, it was a 7
You
plus
rolled a
4.
7 plus 4.
Then Mandrake.
Okay.
Then you, Alo.
I already know I'm joking. It's fine.
Okay. So I know there's one right up on me, but Thoe.
I
And
would say it's about 10 feet away from you.
okay. And I know that they're after Thoe because I speak Sylvan.
Okay.
So the one next to Thoe, I'm going to use Versatile Trickster.
Okay. Tell me about Versatile Tricks.
Versatile Trickster. As a bonus action, you can designate a creature within 5 feet of your mage hand to give you advantage on attack rolls against the creature until the end of the turn.
Okay. So you have advantage on attacks against this creature until the end of your turn.
Right.
Okay, that's your bonus action.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to have the mage hand just slap him in the back of the head.
Okay. You said who did that? Well, they're talking donkey. Yeah.
And then I'm going to throw my hat at it.
Okay. Give me an attack roll with your hat.
15 plus. I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy.
It's been a bit since I've thrown it. 24.
24. Is that the highest attack? Is that like you rolled at advantage, you added it, and that's the highest one?
Yes, 24 is the higher one.
Okay, he's going to parry that. You see him take the longsword in his hand, and as the hat flies forward, he's going to just, he looks like he's in a waiting, ready position, and he just goes, and you see him take the hat and like bang the hat out of the side.
Okay.
Is
Out
it
of
the
the way.
handler guy?
This is one of the golden.
One of the 2
elves
guys.
that like fought you. 3 of them ganged up on you.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Just disperse themselves
Okay.
across the
That
field.
was with a 15 on the die.
Honestly, it was by 1 that he was able to parry this.
Okay. Okay, so this is the first time I haven't rolled like a 19 or a 20 on the return.
Sure.
I rolled a 16. It doesn't
The
say
hat-
what that
hat
means.
comes back.
Okay.
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 You throw the hat and you're used to that attack landing, but
Yeah,
for some
it
reason
just came right
he
back
hits
to
it
me.
and the hat freezes in the space a little bit and then just goes returning back to your head.
Got it.
Okay. That is Mandrake's turn. Otto.
Okay.
Zoe, you're up next.
Okay, so there's one near me, there's one near Mandrake. Where's the third one?
The third one is next to Zoe.
That's the one I
Mandrake did not pay attention. They're all about 10 feet away from you. So they bamf. One's 10 feet away, holding his long sword with two hands at the ready, almost doing the exact same stance that he was doing. There's one there. There's two little like goblin-esque creatures that are stabbing Nyx
Okay.
repeatedly.
So there's. Could I reach the one near me and the one near Throwing in 30 feet?
I would say you guys are close enough that yes, you could run up to this one. So here's the deal: you could run up to this one. You would take an attack of opportunity, and then run up against the one that's next to Zoe.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to run to. I'm on the way to this first one. Pull my sword right at the jaw,
Got it.
which makes me immune to not immune, resistant to necrotic. My sword glows for 40 feet and it does radiant damage.
Okay,
Extra
got it.
crap die. I'm going to swing at the first one.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
That is a 17.
Okay, 17's gonna hit. You swing your sword, activating it as you run forward, and as you do and swing it, it just shifts over to the left, not even like parrying your blade to the side, but just shifting out of the way.
Okay, that's going to be 15 points of slashing and 4 points of radiant.
On a miss.
Oh, you said miss. I'm sorry, I thought it was going to hit. My bad. If I missed, that's fine. I'm still going to move to the next one.
Okay. You'll take an
Take
attack of
that
opportunity. That'll be that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. You see him send the sword outward and trying to slash at you, and it clangs off your armor, and you go running towards.
Finger as I run to the one near Thoe.
Bye bye. Like
Yep.
as you just go tearing off towards the one next to Thoe.
Yep, and I'm going to make another attack on that one.
Okay.
And this one I'm going to hit with my brand of castigation. That's a 26 to hit.
Okay. 26 hits, and it cannot use its parry.
Okay.
So give me an attack.
The mark of castigation gives me an extra 1d8. It cannot move through objects, other creatures. It cannot dash, and if it hits a creature within 5 feet of me, it takes 8 points of psychic damage.
So it can hit you, it cannot hit anybody else.
Damage to me or a creature within 5 feet of me. The creature
Takes
suffers 8 damage.
Great. And is
And
there's
then-
no save against this.
There's not.
Okay.
That is, I have to hit them to imbue it.
Okay. Got
And
it.
then they cannot.
How long does this last? Until you drop it.
Castigation, lasts until you dismiss it or you apply it to brand to another creature.
Okay. The brand has been applied. Go ahead and
And that's going to be. That is. I'm so sorry. 14 points of slashing
okay.
and 9 points of radiant.
You see Otto take a shot at the one that's right next to him, and it almost looks like this was planned. As this one's deflecting the blade, he's already running over towards the one that's next to Thoe and bringing the sword up. This one was not paying attention to it as he was too busy deflecting Mandrake's attack, and Otto just slides his sword into him. As it does, there's a flash of almost like red light that seems to emanate from the blade itself, and you see this mark appear on the front of this thing's chest and then immediately disappear as it slows down just a little bit. That was your turn, Aldo, unless you'd like to do anything
Everything
else.
I've got. I've burned everything I can do.
Okay, you're keeping track of how much damage it takes to work any of this? Does that take any of your
I have to
hit points?
roll yeah, no. Okay.
Now you are. Okay. Great. Zoe.
That was the one next to me that,
That
he
was
just
the
did
one
that
next
too.
to you.
Okay.
Aldo has now placed himself in front of the one that's in
Got
front
it.
of you.
So I'm going to use sorcery points, quicken spell to make mage armor a bonus action. I'm going to
Okay.
hit mage armor. That brings my AC up to 17.
Okay. Roll for
Um,
wild magic.
And 16.
Okay.
And then I am going to not hit the one that was right next to me because I don't know exactly what he did, but I don't want to mess with whatever this spell was that he cast.
Okay.
So,
I don't know
but
what the blood thing is, but I love it.
yeah.
What you're doing over there?
But the other guy that just kind of ran away is still within 120 feet, correct? Like,
Talk to me about guy that ran.
okay, there were the three golden
They
guys.
all magically teleported out of the way.
Yes, but they're all within 120 feet of me.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So I'm picking the next closest one.
Okay.
I'm casting Chaos Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
Um,
Give me an attack roll.
So that is a 16 to hit. Wild Magic is null, and
That is a
it is.
miss.
Ooh, never mind. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. That is
That's
a
all.
melee spell attack, correct?
It Chaos Bolt? No.
Chaos Bolt.
No.
Is it a roll to hit or a save?
It's a roll to hit.
It is
Yeah.
a melee
It's
spell
120
It's a
feet.
range.
It's a
ranged
ranged.
spell.
Yeah, spell.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh wait, I rolled a 16 on the die. Did I
Yeah.
say 16?
You did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a plus
20.
10. It was to 26. I
Okay,
apologize.
26 hits.
I'm so sorry.
No. Go ahead
But
and
I
roll.
hadn't messed with my dice at
roll
all.
damage.
So
Roll damage,
I
roll
didn't do
damage.
the addition thing. Addition is hard. Okay, so that is. It is thunder damage,
Thunder damage.
and it is 15, 20, 27 points of damage.
27 points of thunder damage. As you see this this tiny ball of arcane, chaotic magic swirls that tend to shoot off in different directions as though he outstretches a hand, the ball flying through the space, and it looks like it's going to hit the one that's right next to Alo, and then all of a sudden, cartoonishly, it changes direction and slams into the one that wasn't paying attention. It hits this thing square in the chest, and you see sort of arcane bolts of electricity, and its muscles tense for a second as it stands there. That is Thoe's turn. You doing anything else, Thoe?
That is it.
Okay. Make sure you notate what your mage armor has done for your AC.
Oh yeah,
for
I'm
your-
doing that right now, and my sorcery points.
Nyx, I need
Hi.
to check to see if this end is now.
That would be nice.
Nope.
Do I roll for it?
You are still blind.
I'm just blinded and I have no.
You are blinded by the light.
There's no save for it.
Not yet.
Cool.
You do feel tiny things, kind of like picking at you.
Yeah. I think I'd rather cast Mage Armor
Okay.
than try to do anything to them.
Sure. I'm gonna say this. You're a little distracted at the moment, and these things are doing some damage against you. Give me a Constitution save, just to see if you can concentrate while blind, while things are stabbing you, to see if you can pull off this spell.
Okay.
Okay?
That's going to be an 18.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you'd whiff it. You're a little distracted at the moment. So Mage Armor manifests upon you. That is your action. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Well, I shouldn't move because they get an opportunity attack, and so
You maintain your ground.
yeah, I can't really do much else when I can't see.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, you feel the light sort of dimming a little bit, and you see these two little things in front of you.
great.
Now you've received your sight. You are no
Gotcha.
longer blind. But you see these two little goblin-esque creatures.
So I can see.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
got it. You can now see Edgar. It is now your turn.
So, how this works is like, are these people in front of Nyx? Like these little goblin creatures, are they in front of Nyx?
There are two goblin creatures that are just kind of stabbing him in the kneecaps repeatedly.
Okay. So-
And Nyx has waved his hands, and he has brought up what you recognize to be a form of magical armor that manifests around his body, and he just kind of puts a hand up like this, and he's trying to hold the creatures back.
Okay, so if I'm calling this out right, then I want to use Shatter, but I want to place it like far enough away that it's like, so Nyx gets it here, they get it
These
here.
things are all up on him.
So if it's okay, never mind.
Please
Okay,
don't
never mind.
shatter.
Okay.
Tell you what. No. I love this. I love where your head is at.
I don't.
Shatter.
It's in a 10-foot radius, but I want to try to get it right on the skirts that like it maximizes between them two.
High
Creates a
risk,
word
high
from there.
reward. Give me an Arcana check.
I'm at
Shatter is
risk.
going to go off. If you roll high enough on your Arcana check, you're going to miss him. You're going to hit right on the outskirts.
Okay,
of
so
it.
am I doing a D20 plus my Arcana?
You are rolling a d20 plus your Arcana. It is a 10-foot radius.
So that's a 25.
It is a sphere. So
Right.
you're going to aim this thing a little bit away from
Right,
them
try to
and
go
hope that the
back
team-
and then it like at least encompass on the outskirts of
Absolutely.
these guys, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And gets them off him.
So they need to make a
Which
con
is
save.
right of 18. And then on a fail, that's 3d8 of thunder damage.
One of them seems to sturdy itself against the magics. The other one definitely does not.
So So how does this roll work?
You roll 3d8.
Yep.
They're going to take, the one that failed is going to take half as much damage, and the other one will not.
That is 10. That is 15 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
So
Total. So one of them's going to take like 8,
yeah.
and the other one is going to die.
This one does.
Boom.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yep. You're the
Okay.
only thing next to this thing when it dies.
Oh no. Con, that's gonna be 18 again.
18. Once again, this thing hits the ground, and as it does, it loses its battle with the sun and looks up and poof, explodes in a burst of light. You are prepared for it this time and manage to cover your eyes right at the last second.
Blinded again.
One of the creatures is still alive, though. Good job. Edgar, are you doing anything with your bonus action?
Crying a little bit, excited. I don't know.
Crying is always a free action.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you,
Yeah.
Edgar.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's great being here.
Okay, the little Darkling's turn. It's going to take some attacks against you, pal, with its dagger. That is a 16 against your new armor class.
Nope.
No. Okay. You see it sort of reach out on it, and it just doesn't find purchase against you. It's kind of stabbing at your kneecaps blindly. That was the Darkling's turn. It is now turn for the Eladrin. Okay. The one Eladrin that was fighting against you is going to immediately come around to your side. It's going to ignore Thoe, who hit it. Are we having some sound
Yeah,
issues?
Mike sounded like it was at a distance, but I just turned everything up a little bit.
I can get closer.
Okay.
I'm back here. It's fine.
Okay. Mike sounds.
We'll see.
Okay. Cool.
That may have helped.
I'm just back here.
I don't think it was you. I think it was just in general.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
It's not you, it's me.
So I think these two are both going to take attacks against you as you are posing the biggest threat. One is going to go after. How do they handle this?
Yeah,
I don't know. How do I handle
yeah.
Two of them are going to go up against Thoe again. The one that's currently in combat with you and Thoe, it's going to go. It's going to continue to attack her, but it is the one that you have hit with your mark, so it is going to take the 8 points of psychic damage, but it is going to fight through that. That is first attack, Thoe.
We are going to Blood Curse of the Eyeless on that, and I'm going to amplify it so it's every attack that I get to roll a new die for.
Okay, take the damage for that as well,
That's
please.
my damage.
You notice that Alo, as this creature comes forward to attack you, Thoe, the cut on his arm opens up a little bit more, spilling some more of his blood upon the battlefield.
That's a whole 8, so whatever the first attack is -8.
First attack, -8, so that was an... You should probably let me roll the attack first before you realize if you have to do this. 16 to hit, -8, so an 8 to hit. Okay, you're going to get this for every attack that this one
Yep.
makes, correct? Second attack is a nat 20.
Oh. Okay.
I'll let you roll a d...
2.
No, it's not going to...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a first hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not going to... Okay.
Are these spell attacks or these are melee attacks?
These are melee.
Okay.
Got a whole sword.
12 points of slashing. No, 16 points of slashing damage, Zoe.
Okay, that hits me.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
With the nat 20. No, it's not 16.
No, it's double
It's
that, right? It's 32.
32 points of slashing damage. And then 16 points of fire damage.
Wow.
That was the first one. The second
Oh,
one's
God.
now going to make some
Oh,
attacks.
no.
Zoe,
Okay.
16 to hit.
No!
16 misses. 17 to hit.
Yes, it just barely. That's my AC is right. It's 17.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh.
12 slashing.
Well, guys, you don't need to keep rolling.
Zoe knocks unconscious.
Great.
Hits the ground and is just unconscious.
You're at 0 hit points? I've already used my reaction. Never mind.
Yep. That is their turn. How many attacks did I take? He's gonna. No, he's not. After that, these. One of them, the one that's closest to Olo, is not going to use his bonus action to disappear, but the other one is. He's going to use his bonus action and teleport away, heading closer to where Edgar and Nyx are, interposing himself between the two of them. This one is going to stay next to Olo.
I'm sorry, which one teleported? The one I marked or the other one?
The other one.
Okay, I was gonna say.
The other one they marked. That one cannot move, and he doesn't have it back anyway. But he's going to Misty Step over. One is going to go close to Mandrake and make his attacks against him. 16 to hit your AC.
It hits.
Okay.
Uncanny dodge.
Mandrake, that is 16 slashing.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, so
8.
8.
Okay, just making sure that he didn't roll
And
like
then
30.
6 fire damage.
So 8 and then 6. Okay.
That was the first attack. 10 against your AC.
Does not hit.
The second sword strike comes forward and it just does not land. That is the Eladrin's turn. That one is going to bamf 10 feet away from Mandrake. Boof, boof,
Okay.
Bamf 10 feet away. That was the Eladrin's turn. Mandrake, followed by Olo, followed by Fae'ke. You're going to make some dex saves.
Yep.
Don't like that.
I had 3 actions, 3 things written down that I was going to do. I didn't do the third. The third would have saved my life.
What was
I
your third
forgot.
thing?
I was going to fly upwards 30 feet.
Yes, that would have saved your life.
Yep. Yep. I have it written down. I did not do that.
Yeah.
I realized it the second it moved on.
That's okay. Mandrake.
I will use that hand thing that I did last time that I can't remember the name of right now.
Okay, I just want you to be aware that
Yeah.
you see Thoe fall to unconsciousness next to Olo.
Right.
Okay.
And there's nothing I can do.
Cool. You don't have any healing potions or
Would a
anything?
healing potion work on her right now?
If someone is unconscious, if you can take your action to administer a healing potion to them.
Okay.
You
then,
but I just want you to be aware of the dynamics. You do you.
yeah, no, if a healing potion would work, then I would use my hat because I have that skill where I can load a potion into the hat and throw it at Thoe.
Give me an attack roll against Thoe.
Uh, 20, not nat.
Yep. The hat goes flying forward, and as it does, instead of hitting, it stops a little bit above where you are, Thoe, and a healing potion is administered to you. You are laying on the ground. How much does she heal for?
Hold on,
Love
sorry.
this, my guy.
Slash the
All 2s, so 2, 4, 6, 8.
Poodle
Plus
Hey.
4,
Oh,
Okay.
so 12 points of health.
12 is
You
better
are
than 0.
you are back up. You are back up. No, you don't go from negative. You start at 0, so you are.
Yes, no,
Okay.
I put 12 in and it went to, yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I said
And-
12 is better than 0.
That is my action. So as a bonus action, I got nothing.
Cool. Sorry, I love you. Hat to fly. That is.
Oh, do I roll again for my hat to come back?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I wasn't sure on this because I haven't used it that way yet. It's 15, it comes back.
Oh no. Though he is laying on the ground, but you see Mandrake having thrown his hat, the hat flying by, and she takes this breath inward as the hat floats over her head a little bit, dispensing the healing potion into her mouth, and then flies back over to his head.
The one I marked I'm going to swing at.
Okay. Swing away, Meryl.
That's a 22 hit. Yeah.
Miss
Okay.
for the first one.
Yep.
As it brings its sword up to parry your attack out of the way.
Okay. We're going to use the inspiration on that one. That's not a 22.
That hits.
Okay. That is going to be 14 slashing.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 14 slashing and then 8, 9 radiant.
25. Great. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Should be 23. 14 and 9 is 23.
23. Excuse me. Let's put him at a nice little chunk.
I don't think I have anything from my bonus action though.
Okay, nothing for your bonus action. Thoe!
All right. I am going to use to take the healing potion myself is a bonus action, correct?
Correct.
I am going to take one of my healing potions. That is.
All
I
twos
rolled
again.
all twos again. 2d4 plus 2. So that is 6 points extra healing.
6 points extra healing.
Um,
a little bit helps.
Yeah. I'm going to use half my movement to stand up because I'm prone, right?
Half your movement to stand up.
I'm going to spend the other half of my movement to do what I should have done in the first place, which is fly 15 feet up in the air.
Opportunity attack.
I know.
25 to hit.
God, yes.
Don't fall out of the sky, please.
19 points of damage.
And I'm down again.
He takes the 8.
Takes the 8.
So it's still 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still going to take 8 points of damage.
Got it. Okay.
But,
All right. Well, that didn't work. I was at 18.
But you
Yeah.
did not have to make
Death saving throw.
death saving.
It's
I
true.
didn't use my reaction this turn.
You.
Did I? I don't think I did because
No.
Your turn just restarted, so you have your reaction back.
Perfect.
Would you like to use
we
your
are going
reaction?
to use Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet. When a creature I see within 30 feet drops to 0 hit points, I can use my reaction to give that creature a final act of aggression. That creature immediately makes a single weapon attack against a target of your choice within its attack range.
Okay. So Thoe,
The sorcerer.
puppeted by Alo,
Oh, God.
sits back up, her eyes filling with that dark red color of Alo's blood,
Weapon
and looks at this thing and sort of snarls.
I'm going to amplify it so you get a +4 to the roll.
But it's a weapon attack?
It's a weapon attack.
She has no
Sorcerer.
weapons. I have Green Flame Blade, but it's a spell.
Okay, let
It's
me ask
not a
this
weapon.
because
Do you have Warcaster?
Shoot. I'm pretty sure I do. I get confused sometimes between my,
it'd be at the bottom of the features
yeah.
page.
I'm checking right now. Sorry, it's not scrolling very well. Shoot. No, I don't think I. Shoot. I'm having
Features and
issues
traits at the bottom.
scrolling. No, I do not.
Okay, let me ask you this then.
Okay.
I wouldn't know that. Never mind. It doesn't really matter. I've
No,
already
ask
amplified
me.
it, and I'll take the damage. Okay.
Okay.
That's a question for later.
Thoe, I will let you use a cantrip here. Because
I can
I'm
use a cantrip.
Kind and merciful DM. I will let you use a cantrip. If you had Warcaster,
Okay.
I was going to let you cast a full-on
Got
spell.
it. No. Green Flame Blade, I have.
Okay.
Have a
Oh.
weapon to use.
Shoot.
I love you.
No, it's a weapon. Oh gosh. Okay,
You
so
would
that
have
was
had-
me messing up when I switched
would have
over my
had
character.
a-
I would have
a
had my
scimitar.
scimitar that I had before, or a different one
Give me
since
a
it
scimitar.
disintegrated.
Give me a green flame
Okay.
blade attack.
Yeah, so that was me not putting it in my character
Add
sheet
a
then.
+4 to this attack.
Oh, it's not a to hit though.
It's a
Actually,
+4.
yeah. 2d8. Got it. 8. It is a 5 plus 4. It's a 9.
Nope. Green flame blade.
What am I messing up?
As part of an action, you make a melee attack with a
Yes.
weapon against it. So it is a 2-hit here. So you need to
Right.
roll a. So it's a 9 to hit, or did you roll a d20 to hit?
I didn't, and that's the thing. In DDB, it doesn't have a 2 hit for Green Flame Blade.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay.
Yeah. It that's a blank space.
Yeah,
It doesn't
so give
have
me
a
a
2 hit.
d20 and your spellcasting ability modifier to this.
Okay. That was a nat one.
Okay, great. With the +4 and the green flame blade, that's like you
That's
just bring
okay.
up, like it's this moment of unadulterated.
Though he's having a very,
emotion.
very bad day.
Though he's having a no good, very bad day. As she reaches forward with the sword, and does she pop back down to 0 hit points after this attack?
Yeah, she'll
Yeah,
still be
okay.
when it hits 0. Not
Got
it.
it.
Doesn't stop it from hitting 0. It's just
Yeah.
you hit 0 and I go. Ha ha.
Okay. Thoe drops back down to the ground. Okay, that was Thoe's turn. We go back to the top of the initiative order with Nyx.
Okay. I just need to know where like all the bad guys are in relation to me.
Sure. There is a
Jerk right in front of me.
That's a word. Very rude.
You're right. It's very rude.
Steve Martin jerk.
His
or-
name is Jerk.
You would know.
We can handle that later.
We can handle that. Okay. So there is an individual not too far away from Edgar. I would say Edgar is about 20 feet away from you at this point.
20
He's been
feet.
casting. He's a little separate away from the main group that is Olo, Mandrake, and Thoe. Thoe has hit the ground hard. There's a little goblin guy stabbing you.
Okay, how far from the guy 20 feet away from me are the other guys?
One is 30 feet, one is 40 feet.
Okay. And there's only 4 altogether?
There's one guy stabbing you and
One guy
three
stabbing,
big
3 out there.
summer-looking, fiery elves.
Okay.
Golden, resplendent in light.
Alright. Now let me just make sure I understand this spell before I cast it.
That is very sweet, Grim. We love you so much.
Alright. What about from the 30 to the 40? From the guy 20 feet away, one's 30 feet from that guy, one's 40 feet from that guy.
Nope. So here's Nyx. Ready?
Okay.
Guy right next to you.
Okay.
Then there is a dude 20 feet away from you
Okay.
that's attacking. That looks like he's about to attack
Okay.
Edgar. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. So 30 feet away from you.
From me.
From you.
Okay, so everyone's within 30 of the guy 20 from me.
Correct.
Cool. I'm using Chain of Lightning on the guy in the middle, and then it's going to spring to all 3 of the guys around him.
Okay. But not the one that's right next to you.
It'll spring to... that guy's 30 feet from the guy I'm hitting.
Okay.
So it'll...
All of them will hit.
It'll hit the middle guy, and then it'll spring 30 feet.
Do you designate the people that chain lightning hits?
Yes.
Then yes. Do chain lightning.
Alright, it's going to be a dex save of 18 for half damage.
Okay, hang on. Because I have to roll twice for all the Eladrin.
Okay.
Okay. One of the Eladrin succeeds. The other one succeeds. One fails. The Darkling explodes. The Darkling explodes. So roll damage and then give me a con save, please.
That's going to be 46 lightning damage for anyone it hits, 23 on half.
23.
And
okay.
then I'm rolling a con save, you said?
I need a con save for you as the one standing next to Alo and Thoe. As soon
18.
as 18. Yeah, you're like, I know your tricks, you son of a. As the lightning arcs outward and tags everybody in the field, they all sort of stand there for a second. The Darkling explodes. The 2 Eladrin manage to ground the lightning with the sword. One of them is still sort of engaged in battle with Alo and is staring at Thoe. And as that lightning hits, it hits him in the back, and he arches forward and just slams his head into the ground. As he slams his head into the ground, as soon as his body hits the ground, it begins to form into a pile of autumn leaves that just
Don't like that.
begins to spread about in the space. As this one hits the ground in front of the one that's next to Thoe and Alo. Okay? That is Nyx's turn. Nyx, are you doing anything with your bonus action?
Okay, so the guy... So who's left from the 5, 20, 30, 40?
Okay. There is a gentleman that's 40 feet away.
He's still there?
Yeah. And there's a 30 feet away.
Okay, so the 5 and 20... 5 and 20 are gone?
Correct.
Nope.
The 20 is still there. The 30 is gone.
30 's
You've got
gone.
a 20 and a 40.
Okay, and then where's Thoe in relationship to them?
Thoe is next to the 40.
Next to the 40. Ugh. I'll stay where I'm at.
She's also next to Alo, and there's nobody
Yeah,
really.
I'll stay where I'm at.
All right, Nyx is there. Edgar, what are you doing?
And you said I have a guy that's right on top of me.
You have a guy that's right on top of you, and
The-
Thoe has hit the ground hard.
Ooh, okay. Okay. How far away is she from me? Me myself.
If you take off at a sprint, she was fairly close to you, pal. I'd say she's about 10 feet away.
I just need to see her. Okay. So then I want to use this is awful. Healing word, and if I can see her, then I can at least be like, "Yo, girl, get up."
Yo, get up.
So
What level are you casting healing word
I
at?
want to cast this at 4th level.
4th level healing word.
Let me find.
Roll them
what-
d4s.
Yay, d4s all day long. So that's 4d4 plus 5. So that's 6,
It's gonna pop all the
7,
healing
8,
potions.
Yeah.
8, 10, 11. 11 plus 5.
16.
16. Release the good.
Oh, you're on Popeye's tree. Like, there you go. Oh, you
I'm
go
up,
back
I'm down, I'm up, I'm down.
You're like a good cold.
Okay, that's your bonus action, Edgar. You doing anything with your action?
I don't know if I can like hit this person with my Hellfire, whatever it's called.
Yeah, you can move, take it.
Hellfire rapier and
You can
just.
take that remaining bit of movement and walk forward and just hit this
Just-
thing hard.
Yeah.
Give me an attack.
Okay, so that is going to be. So it says like plus 10 to hit.
If it's a plus 10 to hit, you roll your d20. and
So
you
my
add that 10.
d20 is 18. Plus 10 is
So
28.
it's a 28. There's no way you can. Yeah, go ahead and roll
Yay, I
damage.
did it. So that's going to be a 1d10 plus 5, which is going to be 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage as you see Edgar, it's like, not today. And he reaches a hand out and like Thoe gets up, and as this one gets up, the Eladrin turns his head and comes back around to Edgar, stabbing him with his Hellfire sword. And you see just a bright flash of red light as this thing looks very confused at you, and you sort of back up with it, the sword giving a little flourish as you stand at the ready with this thing in front of you. Great move, Edgar. Darkland's gone, Pixies are gone. It's the Eladrin's turn. This Eladrin's going to step forward. It's a little mad at this point. It's going to... Nat 20. Baby, I'm hot. This is against Edgar. Yes. Okay.
Well,
Can I just blow my smoke in its face? Just like take a huge hit from
won't do anything, but
24 slashing damage and 8 fire as this thing returns volley. Okay? Then it's a 19 for the second attack, which is a 27 to hit.
hits.
Okay? So on top of that, you take
a lot.
11 points of slashing
Okay.
and 4 points of fire.
Okay.
On top of what I just said.
Yep.
Okay?
Heard.
That is its turn. The one that was going up against Olo and Thoe is dead. There was one next to Mandrake. It's going to leave Mandrake and go after Thoe. It's going to... So Mandrake, if you want to take an attack of opportunity against this
Yup.
thing, you can.
Throw my hat.
Yep.
These are at advantage? No.
No.
No. Okay. Sorry. He left. He's not paying attention. It's 21.
Okay, 21 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so it's without 1d6 plus 4. And I will do fire damage.
Okay, 5 points of fire.
6 on the die, 10.
10. Okay. 10 points of damage. Okay. You do 10 points of damage to this thing, and this thing will take that damage and come around to where Olo and Thoe are, and it's going to make an attack roll against Thoe. Oh god. Okay, so that's a 2 on the dice. So a 10, 10 to hit.
No,
Okay.
that doesn't hit.
18 to hit.
That hits.
Do you have any abilities that you would like to use?
Well, is it a melee? They're
is a
only
melee.
hitting me melee.
Okay. Would you have any luck that you'd like to?
Yeah, well, I can only Ben Luck only works on other people, and my Tides of Chaos is a attack roll advantage on attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, so it doesn't help me with melee attacks.
Okay, you got it.
So yeah, the 2 abilities that I have are for other people or for like non-melee, basically.
You got it. That is okay. That's not bad. That's 5 points of slashing
Okay.
and no, that's the wrong dice. 4 points of fire.
Whew. Okay.
Okay.
I'm still up. I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet. I feel happy.
I'm
that
not
is
happy.
Their turn. Mandrake.
Mandrake is going to step between Thoe and this thing that's attacking her. Or try to.
Okay.
Because I'm close.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to get between them and... I'm going to... I'm going to cast Blur on myself.
Okay. You just are standing in the way, but you are phasing in and out of existence, blurring in your space. That is your turn. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Sure, with my bonus action, no.
Okay.
Nope.
Blurring in and out of existence. Olo.
Try to stop something.
Okay. So I've got one of these Eladrin right next to me. I've got Mandrake right next to me, blurry, and I've got Thoe on the ground.
Okay, so Thoe is on the ground.
She's conscious, but
She's
on the ground.
conscious, like she keeps popping out and popping in and popping out. Mandrake has interposed himself in between where this thing is, and it's just sort of blurring in space. There's one attacking him. There's one attacking Thoe, and there looks like one engaged in combat with Edgar. But there's one attacking, or it looks like it was going to attack Thoe as it hit her a couple of times.
I could have used it on them. Oh, I misread that.
Paul is going to flip his sword around, so he's holding it by the hilt, like up, with the coin that Trobik gave him.
Okay.
He's going to slash his arm
Okay.
for Blood Curse of the Bloated Agony, amplified at this guy. You curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you to painfully swell until the end of your next turn. Amplified is for a minute. For the duration of this curse, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. It lasts for 1 minute because I'm amplifying it. At the end of each of its turns, the cursed creature can make a Constitution saving throw of DC 17. On a success, the curse ends.
Okay. Roll your damage
Yep.
for me. Your amplified damage.
Yep. That is my last blood curse. We're
Yep.
gonna pray that some of this works. Something happens.
We should just take a really long nap after this.
You're not wrong. He's going to take that coin that's at the end of his hilt. He's going to put it on Thoe's forehead and say, "Get up!" And he's going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And,
Oh, I'm not prone, but
Oh, well, either way, then he's going to push it to whatever he can reach.
yeah.
Not very high. Oh, that's also not very good. You're going to take 8 healing.
Thank
Heal
you.
for
That's it.
another 8 points.
8 points of healing damage. Got it.
That's my bonus action and my action, so I'm good.
Okay. So that takes he
Between the
takes this
meal.
damage at the end of its turn. It's right here, Draven. Right here.
Yes.
Okay. Thoe,
Yes.
your turn.
Oh God. Okay. I guess I'll drink another healing potion because that would probably be good
Sure.
since these things keep hitting me. So I'm going to use a bonus action that is 2d4 plus whatever it happens to be. So 7 plus 4, 11
11
points
points of healing.
of healing.
Bonus action. What do you do with your action?
That is, so this guy is still right in front of me. This thing.
Mandrake has put himself in front of you, but you.
Can
know
I
that
get
you are-
around and hit it, like really
You
hard?
could get up. You could get up and hit this thing.
I am tired of them, and I'm done, and I want them to go away. So I'm going to move around him just enough to throw every bit of magic I have into the biggest old disintegrate. I don't even have 10d6 ready.
Oh, hang on. Before you do this, what is the save for disintegrate?
It's a dex save of 18.
And you have a disadvantage for dex saves with your curse. Okay, so this will be a straight roll.
Okay.
Okay.
I just need like 66 if you have them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's got a plus
Those are the
5.
ones your children
It's
keep.
got a plus 5 for dex saves.
Okay. Well, should I bother rolling these? Does it matter?
He's still going to take half damage. If
Oh,
he
okay.
succeeds, he does not. He gets a 6. He gets a
Okay.
15. So
Okay, that is 10. That is 20. That is 30. What is that? Is that a 1?
Yes. That's what
34 plus 40, 74. So halved is 37.
he does not take it half. He takes the full damage.
Oh.
He failed his save.
Oh, got it.
Did you roll wild magic?
I did not yet. That's an 11. I'm good.
Yeah, disintegrates up plus 1.
This guy, you see Thoe getting up groggily like a boxer in the third round. Is like, I can go all day. And she points a finger at him, and a tiny little bead of green light goes from the end of Thoe's finger, and it hits this guy square in the chest. And he stops. He looks down as he goes, "You will never," and just dissipates into a field of wildflowers, a little poof of wildflowers as it falls from the ground. That is Thoe's full turn.
Yep.
I have never read through Disintegrate, and I'm just flabbergasted.
This-
That is a plus 4
Plus 40.
Plus what? This thing. No, it doesn't even form the wildflower.
It just
no.
poof.
It is powder. It is dust.
He's gone.
It is dust in the wind. All it is dust in the wind.
That's
Yep.
ridiculous.
Okay, that is Chloe's turn.
Okay.
Next.
Note to self.
All right, so there's one guy left.
So we
Okay, Widowghast Web of Fire, so that's going to be 12d6 or half on a dex save of 18.
It makes. What's the save?
18 dex.
He's got 18 on the die. Describe to them what they see as Nyx uses a spell for the first time.
I'm going to slam my hands on the ground, and 5, things of fire are going to shoot along the ground and then converge on the guy and sprout up a flame where he's standing.
Forming a spider web on the ground of fire, these 5 little beads start forming on the ground, and as they do, they all converge in one point. They all converge on one point, and as they converge on this one in particular, Eladrin, as the flames shoot upward.
What spell was that?
Web of Fire. Is that a bad idea?
It's also not a source book. That's from me.
Oh, is that? Never
It's-
mind.
Nope, I'm
Sort of.
about it.
Sorry.
It's not.
I've been sending you what spells we're picking up, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is this a bad idea because he's a fire
No,
legend?
not at all. Roll
Okay,
your
cool.
damage.
It's 41 fire.
Okay, 41 points of damage.
So half that if he failed to.
He's still up
Cool.
as the fire wreathes around him. Edgar, your turn.
So
sending
I
stuff.
am going to. He is going to cast. Was it Enveration? Is that the name of the spell?
Enervation.
Enervation, yeah.
Okay.
So tendrils of inky darkness reaches out from you, touching a creature you can see within sight, and drains its life from it. So, going through it as I understand it,
What is the save?
it is a dexterity of 18.
Okay. It
And-
makes it save.
Damn. Okay. On a succeed, it takes 2d8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So, which is 7 plus 2, which is 9.
So half of 9. We'll say 5.
Sure. And let's see. I want to make sure. Okay, never mind. Because I was saying,
Okay.
it looked like it said that.
5 points of necrotic.
Yeah.
You doing anything with your bonus action?
Healing people. Tho's looking pretty rough still, I'd imagine.
He's looking rough.
Okay.
Looking less rough than I was.
Then, healing word at level 5.
I don't think you can cast 2 spells.
What-
You can't cast 2. One has
Never
to be a
mind.
cantrip and one has to be the
You're
bonus
right.
action.
You're right. You're right.
clarification.
Then that's the case. If one is a cantrip, then vicious mockery, because that's a cantrip. Is that how that works? You said one's a spell and one's a cantrip.
You've already cast an attack
Okay, then never mind. Then-
spell.
then-
Wait, no. One has to be a cantrip and one has to be.
It also has to be an action and a bonus action.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
not.
It's okay. Then never mind. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
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 I-
You're good.
Go great. Yeah.
Eladrin's turn. It's the last man standing. Everybody's within 60 feet of this. As everyone gets up, I need. You see this thing take its sword, put its sword at its side, and take its hand and slam it into the ground, channeling all of the court at its back. I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw. If any of you have anything that helps you not be frightened by something, then you may use this ability. But for everyone else, this is a wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah.
12.
So
Oh, you are frightened.
Oh
if it
gosh.
says advantage on being frightened, I can roll 2d20.
You roll it twice.
I don't get anything for blur.
No.
Not from this.
Okay.
This is
Super useful.
19, you are not frightened.
This is a wisdom.
Wisdom save.
This is 19.
19, you are not frightened.
I rolled a 2. I'm using Tides of Chaos to get advantage on that saving throw. Now I rolled a 7, which is a 9.
I got a 4.
Please, Dad.
You
What
are
up, fail table,
frightened.
guys?
You are everybody at everybody at that table is frightened of
Don't be
this
scared.
creature. As you are taken aback by how it is terrifying to you.
And has killed me multiple times.
And how it has killed you multiple times. Tell me about Tides of Chaos. You automatically get a wild magic surge because of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I'm good. 16.
No, do you?
Oh, automatically. Oh, that's right. DM can have you roll on the wild magic surge table after you cast a first level or higher spell.
Great.
Oh, I didn't actually cast a spell for that though. I just used it to get advantage.
No, I understand that. But the next time you
Next
cast
time
a
I do.
spell,
Okay, yeah, got it.
That is the Eladrin's turn. Mandrake, it is your turn.
I'm scared.
You are scared. You cannot move any closer to it than you already are. It is pretty far away from you.
But I can attack it?
You can at disadvantage because you are terrified of this, the glorious fire that emanates from this angel of summer and sun.
Okay, then I cast Phantasmal Force.
Oh god, that's what I was just reading.
Okay.
I will cast Phantasmal Force on him.
It's a save on Phantasmal Force.
It is a 15 intelligence.
I don't know these things. It makes it safe.
Okay, well, never mind. That was fun. I've enjoyed playing with you guys. It's been great.
So fun.
You do anything with your bonus action.
I can't really do anything.
Okay. That's all right. Otto.
I mean,
How far is this thing from me?
This thing is, I'll be conservative. I'll say 25 feet away. Can't move any closer to it. Any attacks against it will be at disadvantage.
We're gonna throw the shield and the sword down and pull my crossbow. If I can. I don't know how you rule letting go of weapons. I know that I can
Letting
draw
go, that's
one.
fine, but it'll take an
Action to pick
it'll
them
take an
up.
action
Yeah.
to pick them up.
Cool.
Poof, poof, shield, sword, down on the ground. You pull out your crossbow.
Oh, stupid. That was dumb. Okay, anyway, we're gonna shoot at him because I have nothing better to do.
Disadvantage.
Yes. Although I can't do much worse than that. That's cocked because of the other one. 5.
I'm gonna use the.
You shoot the equipment. You see all those hands shaking a tiny bit as he pulls the crossbow up, and the arrow just flies off in the distance away from it. So,
This guy's still up. No, this is the last guy that's still up, right?
yeah.
Okay. Gosh, I don't have anything super, super powerful except for. Okay. I'm gonna hit him with a
Choo-choo.
7th level. Gosh, it's stupid to use this on this.
I'm sorry. A what?
No, I was gonna bump up Chaos Bolt. I'm not gonna bump up Chaos Bolt that high. I'm gonna bump it up to 5th level instead. Second,
saving
third,
my 7
fourth,
for later.
5th. Okay, that's 6 of those d6s. Or that's 4 of those d6s. Okay.
God, what a mood.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Ooh, may I have a d4?
You can have whatever.
I mean,
you
a d6,
need.
I mean.
D6.
Thank you.
Here it is.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is a clutch attack roll. You're doing Chaos Bolt.
Yeah, at 5th level.
At 5th level, at disadvantage for the attack.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
still going to burn this spell slot.
I know.
Give me. Is there anything that you can do to give yourself a bump here when attacking this creature?
No, because the only other thing I have left is Ben Luck, but it's about. I could have used it on that. But it won't
Then
help
give
me
me an
here.
attack roll
At disadvantage. Got it. It's a 17 to hit.
I will say that its AC is severely diminished at this point. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay, that is a. Oh gosh, it's the same damage as before. That is the thunder damage. I think that it was before. That was an 8. Yeah, thunder damage.
As you cast it and this Chaos Bolt goes zooming out from your hand, tell me the damage.
It is 11, 12, 22, 29 points of damage.
Roll a D100 for me.
Yeah, you want to stick arm, bro.
66.
Okay. The bolt of energy goes flying out from Thoe, and it it begins to curve off to one side, looking like it's not going to hit it, and then kind of just grazes the edge of this Eladrin. And as it does, how do you want to do this?
Nice.
I don't even know why you're attacking me. Go away.
Okay. As you do, you clip the edge of this thing on the side, and it falls to the ground. What damage was this?
Well, it was thunder damage.
Thunder damage. There's this that echoes all throughout the clearing, and you see this thing hit the ground, but it does not transform into any sort of plant material. It just hits the ground unconscious. You are officially out of combat. The wild magic settles on you, Thoe,
Okay.
and your heart stops
Okay.
and then picks back up.
That's it?
Yeah, you feel necrotic energy surrounding you.
Great. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just him.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Everything's fine.
That's fine.
Okay. And I don't feel any different?
So with wild magic, you don't necessarily know what.
No, I know
happened
that,
to you.
but I don't feel any different. I just.
You feel closer to death, but you don't know if that's.
Having died almost.
Okay.
You
If
guys
it's
are-
that I've been closer to death for like the past 5 minutes.
You guys are officially out of combat.
Yeah.
Andrew's gonna run over to her, especially if she's looking rough.
I'm not looking any rougher than you right now. Thank you very much. I would have died if it wasn't for you guys.
So why were they looking for you?
I don't know. I wish I did.
Ah, it's fine. And he's gonna like gently punch you and cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
It's gonna be 8 points of healing. And then I'm gonna search the body.
Okay, two of the bodies are, one is a field of little flowers, no, one is a little puddle of dust, and the other one is just like a little bit of greenery. One of them is the body is still there, in an unconscious state.
I would go over there as well.
Give me an investigation check as you search the bodies.
Oh, I'm actually kind of good at that. 18.
Okay. While he's searching the bodies, what is everyone else doing?
The one that's dust.
Yeah,
Just walk over to that and just kind of put a little bit in a jar.
got it.
Just kind of keep it.
I'm about it. You find a longsword that looks very well crafted. You find a long bow that was never used.
We just woke up, didn't we?
Yep.
Good morning! We're fine!
They're fighting around the table.
Good morning. I need a long rest.
Table full of food.
Is there
Let's
food left? I'm gonna go eat more food.
It's like Thanksgiving.
Going back
No.
to the food.
Can we go back to bed now?
It doesn't exist. This is all a dream.
Nix,
I can tell
Yes.
this.
Can
not
we-
dead yet, right?
No, he is unconscious.
Okay.
do you have a way to restrain him magically?
I mean,
He's
I
not dead. He didn't change like the others did.
Not really. I
We
mean,
could just tie him up.
Fine.
Start like pulling
Yeah,
him.
we'll start tying him up.
Cool. In the process of tying him up, he dies. The injuries are too.
Oh,
so
that's
the,
right.
the,
Yeah.
the injuries are too hard for him to be able to
Every dream I've wanted.
to sustain, and you see as it takes a deep breath outward,
Yes.
and the light leaving its body and forming that of a sort of a gray
Question.
answer.
Okay. So, God, I don't know. Okay, so when with that last breath, and especially with a lot of like, I don't know if it's like Native American or if it's like Eastern European like mythology. That last breath is the release of the soul from the body.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something of like magic or like origin that Edgar might know about? It's like that last breath is releasing the soul.
Give me
it's
a
kind
religion
of.
check.
Oh, this is not going to chat very well for me. That does not chat well for me. That is a 4. Can I argue arc?
It's still a 2 on the
Never
die,
mind.
no matter what.
No.
You can argue all day you want, but
No.
it's still a 2 on that die. homie.
Sure.
There's some
Heard
religions that
whispers.
believe that last breath. Thoe, I will say, is drawn to the body.
I walk over to the body.
Okay, you're by the body.
I look at, first of all, the exterior, especially with that summary flame
Your
thing you
hands
said.
are drawn towards this body.
Oh, like I want to touch it? You? Okay, what's his armor? Like
He is
visually?
no longer wearing armor. He is just
Okay.
his body is fading into that of a gray sort of husk, almost like a cicada. Yes.
Does it look like Thoe is enthralled in some way?
No.
She looks fine, just like she's reaching
this
for the
looks
body.
as if the DM is being very kind, based on the wild magic that she rolled.
Right.
And he's pushing her.
Got
to-
it. Okay, I touch the body.
Cool. You have the ability, something that you didn't know you had, to be able to cast the spell Speak with Dead
Ooh!
at will for the next amount of time. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range. The corpse must have a mouth. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse 5 questions. Corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer.
Okay.
Does it have to be a physical mouth that it owns, or could it be a makeshift mouth?
Probably
Hey, dream girl.
Its own mouth.
Why'd you attack us? I mean, does he come to life? Like I touch him, he comes to life?
As you place the hands forward, you see this body sort of graying away and drying out like a husk, but almost as if Thoe outstretches her hands, and you see the body. You see little flecks of what looks to be like white fill in the cracks along the body, as it right before it was about to crack into dust. Little flecks of white outstretched from Thoe's hand and fill in these holes, and you see its eyes flutter open, gray and lifeless, as it looks up at you.
Why did you attack me?
We were given orders to find the agents.
The agents of what?
You stink of her.
Thoe? What is this?
Trying to find out.
Does he have to be truthful?
No.
If you would like to pass on peacefully, he does. And I'm going to grab his sword that I picked up off his body. I'm going to cut myself and, again, right at the jaw. So the sword is now 20 feet of bright light.
Okay.
This mess of blood.
Go. Ask your questions.
We'll have to do that so that he can hear and see what I just did.
His
Unless-
turns.
Edgar. The thing you did before.
Which?
The thing that got us in all that trouble. Would it work here?
Would it work here? Little zone of truth.
Sure. You didn't cast the spell? Yeah, why not?
Then done. Well then, I don't see why not. It's worth a try, I suppose. Right.
It fails its save. Everybody else, give me a wisdom save against, or is it charisma
It's
against?
charisma.
Give me a
thank goodness.
charisma save against
nice
Edgar's
move.
zone of truth.
Cool, I'm gonna fail that.
Does it have a reverse effect on me?
I'm gonna fail that.
21.
21. You can lie.
11.
You can't lie.
27.
I
You can
don't
lie.
I've done anything my whole life.
I can't. What did I have to roll for it? That's my
I
spell.
got, I got a 9 on the die,
You
so
can't lie.
I was like,
You can't lie.
so I 11 altogether.
Or you can just keep your mouth shut.
Were you supposed to kill them or take them somewhere?
If we felt the odds were not with us, we were to kill on sight. bringing the body back and anything on their person.
Why are you killing them?
You represent everything that we stand against. You have chosen the wrong side.
Fae'ke. I'm gonna pull a piece of paper out just in case and write, ask him where. He was supposed to take the body.
Quick writing, very quick writing.
Dr. Squid. That's fine.
Okay. Where were you supposed to take the body?
Back to the summer fort.
Hmm.
And with that, the body begins to dissipate into dust, falling away.
So
Do
now
I
we
know anything about these forts?
Maybe an arcana, history,
Okay.
arcana.
That's going to be a 29 on history. Or arcana.
You know the basic gist of the Fae realms. The Fae realms are composed of the summer court and the winter court. There are rumors that an autumn court existed, but that's dumb. It's a summer court and a winter court. You know that the way this person was just with a 29, the way that this guy was slinging around, all three of them were slinging around like fire and the beings composed of light. You know that you could probably guess that these were Summer Eladrin, which were a mixture, kind of an elven race.
Great.
The pixies, being in the field, suddenly become apparent. Darklings were known to sometimes assist with fetch it quest. None of the rest of you would know this unless you
No.
had to roll such a thing.
I tried.
And you might, probably.
Yeah, I was like,
You are.
what am I rolling?
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
History, or I would say as a hunter, you get.
I feel like I get advantage on.
You do.
For Fae, yeah.
Yeah.
History, okay. Oh, that's a 1, so I get to reroll that.
You do.
That's the same as the other number, so 18.
Yeah, you know the basic gist of it.
Okay.
Does anyone want to share anything? Does anyone know what the summer court is? Who have we made angry now?
I've been gone, so
What the summer court is? You mean the summer court of the Fae?
I'm not as close to the Fae as you have been.
You're correct. You are not.
Who's got the highest passive perception?
Probably me.
I'm intelligence based now.
I have a 17.
17 is the one to beat.
20.
20 is the one to beat.
Am I included in this?
You are included
12.
in this. 20 is the one to beat, going once, going twice. Mandrake, soft sounds of footsteps on the the outskirts of the camp.
Someone's coming.
Where?
Can I tell the direction? I'll point.
You see a Mandrake sort of points, and everybody at the ready, preparing spells and preparing hats and things of that sort out. When a tiny girl comes into the clearing, she's got brown hair. She's got some beautiful, like sort of light red, pinkish flower in her hair. And as she comes into the clearing, she's wearing a white gingham gown. And just sort of, she's got scrubby knees, and she's sort of barefoot, and she goes, "Mistress?" And sort of curtsies a little bit, and she goes, "What? Are you all right?
Mostly. Are you fine?
Were you attacked as well?
Yes.
We've gathered near the river, not too far from here. There were many of us that were attacked. We were sent to bring those that may have survived back to the river. Was it the fairies?"
Yes, little pesky little devils, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Come over here.
Yeah, she comes walking over.
Can I
to you,
insight her?
Does she enter the?
Well,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, she walks into
bringing
the-
her into the zone of
she-
truth. Is what I was doing.
She walks in. Yeah. How long does Zone of Truth last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Woo.
Do you or any of your
Wow.
people mean us any harm?
No, sir. She, you know for a fact she's not lying. She enters in this, she's like, that tickles. So it's like, she goes, no, sir.
Do you have anyone who could heal us?
Yes, sir.
I mean, for what it's worth, it doesn't seem like she's much of a deceitful little gnat, isn't she? Quite truthful she is.
We've seen smaller people do a lot of damage.
Who are you?
Eliza, sir.
Looks up.
Elijah.
Eliza.
Eliza. Yes.
Do you mean us harm?
No, sir.
And these people are they warriors, they villagers, they just farmhands. Who are all these people live by the river?
Well, we ran away, sir.
And do you require help and assistance?
No, sir. Most of the individuals there are a little beaten and battered, but we have a really smart guy.
Who?
Well, he just wants us to call him father.
Why were you attacked?
We weren't attacked. Well, we were attacked by the fairies. They kept
Yes.
asking to touch our hands.
It
They
must
touched one of our hands and then they attacked and we ran inside. One of the people there was able to cast a dome.
I say we go.
Okay.
And who is his father of?
I don't know.
What does he look like?
He's a human man, black hair. He has glasses. He has odd glasses.
I think I'd like to meet this father.
He has a bag of things and a stone that talks.
I think we should go.
Go right. Okay.
Allow us a moment to pack up our things.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a healing potion with you?
She
It's an odd question
Like
for
9?
she's little and as she looks at you, she goes to her side and you see like a
Good for
tiny
you.
pouch and she she puts a hand inside the pouch and she goes he's asking for a healing potion and you see a hand pop out of the pouch and like a human hand with a healing potion and just sort of like reach it out and she can't quite get it but she just drops it on the ground and the hand like waves at everybody and then like pops back into the tiny pouch at her side.
I'll hand her 1 gold.
No, sir.
I think we should go talk to them.
Right, and how far away is this of
It's
the encampment?
She like reaches for it's a very instinctive
Sure.
thing. She's like
For
just reaches for your hand and like she kind of turns you around. She goes, "It's that way, sir. Just walk until you hit the river."
Thank you.
And she takes off running.
I'm gonna make a mark, like just draw an arrow for a second,
Okay.
just in the ground, so that we know what direction, just in case. Oh, that's not good survival.
I'm gonna hand the potion to Thoe. Drink this.
I would rather wait. He looks just as bad as I do. We're all in a poor place, and I have a healing potion, so let's wait.
Oh, no, this is all my blood. I'm fine.
I actually feel pretty good.
Oh, I was actually concerned about Edgar. He's
Well, you
looking
said
a
all
little
of
rough.
us. I just
Well, I
wanted
mean,
to
we're all
reassure
looking
you.
a little.
I'm
Okay.
fine.
Don't think
Thank you,
that
though.
you are more important right now.
Oh, I did. I was very sure that I am not.
I just know that you have very close ties with the dead.
Well, the dead are often more vocal.
Oh, you got.
They're really
you
not.
got.
You need to
Anyway,
listen.
shall we?
What was actually? Yes. Oh.
Barrel.
I'm going to slide out of
Eric?
the zone of truth
No.
because I'm tired of that.
This
is gonna be like-
I'm not looking.
No, I'm not a fan of this actually.
I'm looking away. I do not.
Don't look at anything.
Look at me.
God,
That's not how you
that
do it.
image is so much like, nah.
We're hanging out in Zone of Truth.
It's like sitting on like something, but just like
It was like, yeah, that was great. Yeah, it's totally cool.
I'm gonna step out the Zone of
into
Truth.
the.
Cool. What are you guys doing? We're packing up our stuff. We're
Pack up and leave.
picking
Yeah.
up
I'm
our
gonna step out of the
sword.
Zone of Truth because I'm gonna follow his lead. I don't
Do you
like
drop it? Do you just as soon as the little girl?
I just figured it's just kind of one of those things because it's a concentration spell, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming that once it's all done, it's just kind of like, well, goodbye. Wow.
Okay.
Everyone lie except for me. You're fine.
The rest of you can lie now. I'm still stuck.
I'm stuck here.
Okay. Everyone gather your things.
Do this quickly, as I don't think they have much time to spare.
Grabs just the bag and my stuff off the floor.
Grabs just you.
Oh, you gather.
Crunch!
I'm taller.
You gather your things.
I'm stronger.
You gather your things and make your way down.
As we start to leave, I'm actually going to stop and go, I'm going to look for Fae'ke. I will find you.
Okay. Where are you headed?
The opposite direction of them.
Yeah. You're heading back towards Fosh.
Do we have
proper?
a way to contact
I can find you.
That's not
Clashing
reassuring.
things is what I do.
That's reassuring.
Your Highness. Trust me, I'm fine.
Perhaps take one of these, and I'll hand him the shell phone.
New age technology.
What is it? Oh, man. Great. You head off in the opposite direction from the rest of the group. Okay. The rest of you head towards the river, packing up what belongings you have. You are beaten and bloody and battered. Did we want to take a short rest before we do this, or we're just going to go? All right. You head down towards the river. You are greeted to what looks to be a small encampment of people in various in various forms of dress. There's a couple of other little kids about. I want to say there's like 7 or 8 people total that are meandering. The first thing you notice is there's no packs. There's no wagons, there's no things of food, there's no sign that a camp exists. They are up against the river. To the side of this river is a white spectral door that has manifested in the clearing, and you see the individuals as you come forward. They sort of interpose themselves away, and you see a gruffer-looking individual, a dwarf who has half of a beard. One side of his face is missing the eyebrow and the beard, but the other half is just almost like completely symmetrical. And he goes, "Are you Fae?
No.
Are
Why?
you Fae?
No.
Are
Why?
you Fae?
No.
My halfling, really.
All right. Well, we just been attacked.
Same.
Who'd you talk to?
I didn't talk.
The young child.
All right. Come in. There's safety inside. One of the magicians threw up one of them fangled mansion thingies.
Oh, nice.
If you need a place to rest, you can go in. There's plenty of food.
Thank you.
Your beard doesn't quite match yours.
You can see him like grit his teeth.
I mean, you could stay
Oh.
outside if you don't
Is
want to go
there-
in.
Is there something wrong about my face?
Not so much.
You must be this tall in order to comment on a man's beard.
Is
Young one.
he taller than me?
He's like 2 inches taller than you.
It's one of those things I'm just gonna like get my tippy toes and just be like,
Going around them.
Just to be like,
thank you.
not commenting,
A little bit of a stare down going on. Yep.
Guess have fun with that.
Next, you go up to the spectral door.
Yeah.
You are greeted to, you don't know. That's what was said. You go around to the spectral door. As you open it up, there are a lot more sounds coming from inside than there were outside the camp. There were 7 or 8 people milling about. Inside, you see every stair. There's a good deal of noise as people are sort of sitting there. And off to the side, there is a large, spacious place that looks like it could be like a dining room of sorts. You would recognize the spell immediately as something that you've heard of. There are certain magicians and wizards out there that are able to manifest something akin to your dome, but much larger scope and scale. And that seems to be what has appeared here. as you see an older elven woman who's sitting at a table who's drinking from a cup of tea, and you see her just look up at the door as you come in and give you a small nod and just at the table. But there are people running about the space. There's an older man in this space. Does everybody else enter into the mansion after a bit of time? There's lots of people in the space. Men and women of different ages, of different races and stuff like that, sort of running up and down stairs, and you see a couple of different things. You see a dragonborn, which are somewhat rare in Wonder, who's she's got feminine features to her. She's a little smaller than the male dragonborns that you've seen before, who's kind of leaned up against one of the walls, and just as all the kids are running about the space, she's not eyeing them, but she's eyeing anybody that might be eyeing them. As you guys come into the space, you can see her just sort of like look at you guys, and she just gives a curt nod in your direction. There's an older human male who's got the frizziest hair you've ever seen in your entire life. These puffs of white that sort of echo out, and he is currently off in one corner of the room, and not too far away from where the dragonborn is, he's creating as fast as he can from a bag automatons, little tiny toys that zip and zoom and skirt on the floor and walk on two legs and things of that sort. And there's the elven woman in the corner, and then there's just all manner of individual in the space. We're doing great, Zeltaris. We had just finished a large round of combat and are finding some respite in the mansion. So you guys find yourselves in for now, a safe haven of sorts. Okay?
Mandrake would walk over to the elven woman drinking tea. May I?
You are free to do what you would wish.
I'm Mandrake. And you are?
I prefer not to say. After a run-in with the Fae, I'm less freewheeling with giving my name about.
I understand. I've known Faye in the past. I didn't ask for your name. I just asked who you were.
You are welcome to sit. I am old. And she smiles, and you see, this is a woman that has smiled for quite a bit of time. You see the long pointed elven ears, but she smiles and sort of nods to you and indicates the chair. And she goes, would you like a cup of tea?
I would. Thank you. Do you have a healer? Some of my party are quite injured.
I'm sure we can arrange something.
Thank you.
This is your group?
Yes. Most of it.
Oh, good. I'm happy to accommodate. How much do you... And she looks about at Thoe and just sort of analyzes her a bit, and she goes, yes. Tala? And as she says Tala, you see this little dome come out of the kitchen. She goes, yes. And she goes, Tala, would you gather up some of the other druids, please? And help some of our new friends. We have a bit of a... She's like, all right, I'm on it. And she takes Thoe by the hand, and she goes over to you, Nyx. You see this small gnomish woman, but she's sort of big in spirit. So she goes, all right, come with me to the kitchen. I'm not going to stop cooking, but I can heal you while I cook. And she's like, you too. And she's like, you as well. You're fine?
Fine enough.
All right, let me feel your forehead. I don't know what I'm doing. Just my mother always said that to me. You're fine as well. And she goes, how about you?
For a little bit of a heal.
Yes.
And food.
All right, first off, you're going to have to stop talking that creepy way. Knock it off. Or just don't say anything.
So you'd rather me talk a little bit differently then?
I would be fine with that. That's more pleasing to my ears.
Well, then I need a little bit of food and a little bit more healing.
Oh, I... she drops the voice that she was doing imitating you, and she goes, to get that under control. And you, dear, look like you're death warmed over. Come on. And she grabs you by the hand, and she's like, do you like tarts?
I suppose.
She leads you and Edgar back into the kitchen.
Where is Eliza?
Who?
The little girl.
I'm sorry, there's plenty of little
Oh.
ones running about. I can ask about them if you
Did
like.
she go off on her own?
You guys
Like,
sent
when
Eliza
we went in?
off, and you were like, "We'll be there whenever we get
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
We're like,
All
we'll
right.
be there, and she's like, bye.
Okay.
there." Yeah, because you guys told her
Okay.
to leave.
We
Okay.
In particular. She's like, I can ask around if you like. Are you missing your wee little one?
No.
Does she look like you?
No, not at all. It was the one who helped us to find you.
Oh, little angel in the darkness.
Yes,
Yes.
very much so.
Some of the little wee ones ran out and tried to be heroes. You know, the thing with children is they do what you tell them to only when they choose to, and when you tell them not to do something, it's the appeal.
She recently asked for a healing potion.
Who did?
The little girl. She called into her bag.
Oh, it's probably the madman in the next room. He's always giving the little ones trinkets and little things to play with.
The one they call father.
Yes. He's great with children.
I think we should like to meet him once they're feeling a little better.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And the elven woman sort of nods, and she's like, "All right, that's enough jabbing. You can come into the kitchen if you like to. But for now, the two of you are definitely coming with me. Do you like pastries?
Every sort, yes.
Good." And she, this little woman, takes you by the hand, and she's just walking, and she's dragging Fae'ke and Edgar into the kitchen, and she takes you past the swinging set of doors, and there's servants moving about the space, all in the same sort of spectral material as the house itself, and they're working on the stove, and she goes, "Shoo, get out of the way! I don't trust ghosts." She's like, "Let me be the one to bake things." So she's like, "We are here to do the lady's bidding." And it's like, "I don't care what the lady told you to do. I'm handling the stove and all of the foodstuffs." And she's like, "You two sit down at that table over there. I'll bring you some pastries and they'll fix you right up."
Grand, thank you.
Yeah. Right. She sits the two of you down. Okay. You two are out with the elven woman sitting. You two are in the kitchen in a small alcove. The only person in the kitchen is this woman. You
Hi.
move away from the group
So I do.
and stop.
Uh-huh.
And what would you like to do?
I'm going to pull out. I'm going to pull out the symbol of the White Queen that I wear.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of hold it and go, I don't really know how this works. Apparently you want to speak to me?
Okay. All right. You stand at this clearing and you go, "Apparently you want to speak to me." The medallion begins to shake a little in your hand, as if a stiff breeze, and you're wondering, you brace yourself for any sort of movement in this clearing.
I'm going to wait a couple minutes, and then if nothing else, I'll just put it back on and head over to everybody else.
You wait a few minutes, and then when nothing happens, you take the medallion and you put it back on. And as you put it back on, it shatters. A bunch of different pieces. One of them slides and cuts into your, slides down your armor and hits that soft part of your skin against all odds, and cuts it just a tiny bit, not enough to draw blood, but hits. But all of those pieces fall on the ground.
Okay. I'm going to do my best to pick them up.
Now, see a medallion as you hear a voice from behind you, standing there almost as if she's right next to your ear. Something given to you. You take the time to pick up the pieces and place back together.
As you?
That wasn't so hard, was it?
No.
You feel this presence behind you, standing. And as you listen to her words, you feel the head shift over to the other side of your shoulder. She goes, pick them up,
I do.
put them back together.
I try my best.
You pick them up and sort of hastily like scrumple them and try to hold them. And as that happens, a hand reaches forward, and this hand is made out of what looks to be the first half of the hand is white, but the second half has talons on it, and it looks like pieces of a puzzle that have been placed together. And this hand reaches forward and smacks the medallion out of your hand again as you sort of hold it up, put back together, smacking it out of your hand and back down to the ground,
In pieces again.
in pieces again.
Okay. I'll try and pick them back up.
You wear me
I do.
as a symbol.
You've taught me many good things.
What have I taught you, Arnold?
You've taught me that I should be kind, which is hard sometimes, but I try. You've taught me that things can be put back together better than they were before. You've taught me that sometimes we find the people we need to.
And have you found the people you need?
I think I left one, but I don't know.
Pick up the pieces.
I do.
So pretty like this. Aren't they? Prettier than when they were whole because you can see the imperfections. Although, do you see them?
I do.
How beautiful are they?
They are.
I do not see your companions as I see them. Broken little pieces, so much prettier now that they've been shattered and rebuilt. You were broken more times than any of my playthings, and I loved you for. There's beauty in that.
There it is. And I put that together.
They are not. Your brother has broken for the first time, and it is so nice. It's always better when they get a little bit of a dent and chip. He will need you. She will need you. Oh, the porcelain man. I've put you in a beautiful slot. Drop it. Drop it.
Why?
Drop it.
I do. How do I help them? What can I do?
I am not here to be your mother. It's not anything I ever asked for. I'm not here to provide guidance. I'm not a praying type. Pick the pieces up and put them together. And understand, I choose you for good or for bad. I choose you. My favorite son. There's a brief pause where you're not sure if she's still standing behind you. As you look down at the medallion on the ground, it is no longer shattered, but you see in fine pieces a bit of gold inlay holding all of the pieces together, as if a jigsaw puzzle was sort of abruptly exploded and metal was poured into the cracks. put it on. You feel a tightness in your chest. It's not a warmth, it's not a wholly pleasant feeling, but it's a presence. It's as if you could still, if you close your eyes, feel this person, this weight behind you. But if you turned around, you just miss them.
Okay.
Okay?
Back to everybody else.
You head back towards the river, where you were given directions to where the group was. You were treated to the same site, the half-hairless dwarf.
To be clear, I'm going to make back to the camp, and I'm going to make sure that I remember which way that arrow is marked, but I'm going to erase that arrow.
Okay. You're going to erase that arrow, and you do. It's going to take you a bit of time to get back to the camp. It's going to take you a little bit as you kind of took a walk off, and you're not sure how long it took. I need to know whether you're wearing this medallion outside of your armor, or are you wearing it inside of your armor?
Under, like always.
Under. Okay. You head back to the camp, and then you erase the arrow, and then I will say it takes you a bit of time to rejoin the group, but we cut back to the two of you sitting in the kitchen first.
Are you feeling all right after all this?
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. I mean, I have one more healing potion, but I didn't want to waste it. I figured we're probably in a safe place, I hope, and maybe just a more relaxed day and a good night's sleep might fix me up.
So you answered one question, but you sort of answered the other. Not health-wise. Are you all right?
Oh, me?
They came for you, Fae'ke.
I am definitely aware of that, but I'm okay. I'm a little bit confused.
Aren't we all? I suppose we'll find our answers as the days go by.
I wonder who they were trying to find here. Didn't the little girl say that they touched somebody? I mean, maybe there's a lot of people.
Maybe it's a way for them to know good from evil.
Boy, wait a minute. So that I'm either the evil one or I'm good and you guys are all... there's no winning that one. I really hope it's something else.
It's speculation, but, it's just an idea for now. I suppose asking might be the best, or even asking the father as he is named.
We talked a little while ago about perhaps the thing that I was looking for. We might be able to find more answers at your school.
Oh.
And I was hoping that maybe we could keep on the lookout for an opportunity.
To go there.
Well, maybe not to go there, but to talk with someone. I mean, you're able to talk with people from your school, right?
Of course. Is this what you're calling upon your contract for? Or is this something you
No.
teach as a friend?
No, I was just hoping that you might be able to help. I have something perhaps that could be traded if they have something that could help.
Well,
I mean, maybe not today, obviously. This is not the best place, but I was hoping we could look for an opportunity at some point down the line. Maybe over the next few days.
absolutely.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if there are any. Is it just 3 dead bodies that you can talk to them?
Wow.
Is that the only way?
That's not the only way, because there's the gatekeeper pretty much I can talk to get in and out. It's not always through the dead, not just
Okay.
dead bodies, but there's ways I can work around.
Okay, that might be better. I mean, although I suppose if we just came across someone who was, I don't really want to go back to the clearing. But, okay, we'll look for an opportunity. That would be good.
We will find your opportunity.
Yes.
I promise you that.
No, Be careful about promises.
She, and while you're talking, very subtly, she slides a plate with a looks to be a cherry tart on it. And,
She like the other person in the room?
the other, the gnomish woman
Okay.
who's moving about the space and slides a small plate. She's like, eat it. You can keep talking, but you should probably have some.
Andrew's gonna go for it, just without hesitation, like, all right, fine, yeah.
Yeah,
Just gonna
yeah.
toss
You
his
heal
mouth.
for 27 points.
Hmm.
And you notice some of the wounds around Edgar begin to close and heal up and things of that sort. And she goes, it's quite good.
I'll eat it as well.
Yep, you heal for 27 points. Feeling?
I appreciate your hospitality.
Oh, it's fine. Just be on your best behavior while you're here.
I want no other.
And she kind of looks at you up and down a little bit, and she gives you a little wink and heads back into the kitchen.
How large is this space? Is this a place where we might be able to stay for the night?
She laughs and goes, oh, there's plenty of rooms upstairs. Just try to find one that doesn't have the madman took a bit of time and came up with this weird colored system. Red for stop, green for go. If there's a green circle on the door, it means go. You can take the room. If there's a red, it means stop. Somebody's using it.
Okay.
Not like that. But
Right. No, thank you.
yeah, of course.
Okay.
And she sort of nods and she's like, shoot, get out of my kitchen.
Oh. So he'll just turn around and just like push like the way behind out the door. It's like, come on, let's go.
Good.
I'm looking for an opportunity. I just because of time, I'm looking for an opportunity. We don't have to go to it now, but for just an out of the way space, I haven't gotten the chance to look through that book yet that I
Give me
found
an
in the
investigation
library.
check. She shoos you out of the kitchen. You see Fae'ke sort of make her way down.
Even if
dark
it's, like, tonight.
corridor.
Sure.
Give me an
When we're sleeping.
investigation check.
It's not great. 7.
Okay, this is the book that you yeeted from the library.
Yes.
You yoinked. That was about the godhood. Right?
Yes, the title was Starball's Guide to Understanding Godhood.
Yes. Okay. What you are looking for is not in this book.
Okay.
This is about, and you didn't have time to. You had time to flip through it, but it wasn't in depth. This book makes references to a place that you have never heard of. You're not sure how the library got it, but the cities and things referenced in this area you have no idea what they're referencing. It's odd places, odd cityscapes and names that you are unsure of. Some of the places that you see are, let me see if I can get some of these names correct. Okay, yeah. You find odd city names and things like that, but it's in reference to, you find something about the Empire of Luz, L-U-Z.
Okay.
You find Shania. The book references not gods per se, but man's pursuit to achieve the definition of godhood. And they keep referencing an individual that came close. He sought power. It references his name several times in it, but he was eventually obliterated. The only things left behind are his hand and his eye.
Got it. Thank you.
You see the symbol that I posted today in the Discord under the spoilers,
I
and
know
you see
exactly
that
what
symbol referencing the sons of Vecna. But what you are looking for is not found in this book.
Got
It is
it.
more chronicling man's attempts and other attempts being made. Liches exist, and you understand a bit about it because that's what the Queen was kind of going for. But none of the information that you are particularly looking for. But if this book is from somewhere else, with a 19, you're able to discern that it is.
Oh no, it was it was 7.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have never heard of any
Yeah.
of these places. You are able to discern that
but
this
it's
book
not helpful.
ain't from around here,
Okay.
and it's from the restricted section.
Yep.
Okay.
Still useful, not for what I wanted
Take the
it
book.
for.
You look at it. You're like, huh.
Got it.
Back in the case. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. You two back out with our elven
Yep.
friend.
If there's a hearth nearby, or like a mantle on top of a hearth or near, and they're just gonna post up there and just kind of just survey the room. Just be very excited about where he's at.
Yeah, you're in your element, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if you pull out like a musical instrument and you were just like, anybody want some requests? Yeah, you just it's people. You're surrounded by people. This is your jam.
Stairway to Cthulhu. All right,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, the two of you sit at the table and engage in pleasant conversation.
How long have you been here?
Not too long. We've been here a couple of days. It's a bit taxing to recast this, but it seems the people here need it. We pick up stragglers here and there. Those escaping from the city on the hill.
The city on the hill.
Gosh.
Ah, yes. And whose hand was the first one touched that got attacked?
I'm sorry?
When we were attacked, someone touched my companion's hand, and they said that they needed to sense something. And the little girl also said that someone...
That happened. It did not happen here.
I thought the people who came here were because they were attacked in the woods.
There was signs of some Elantrin and other sort of menacing figures that were rounding people up, and they sought shelter here once they enter in through the door, but I have not heard reports of hands being touched.
Okay.
I have been here, I have to be here to maintain, so it is safer for me to be here to maintain the safety here, so I apologize if
No.
I'm not able to assist in what you are looking for.
We just wanted to help, any way that we could.
You're heroes.
We are people who stumble into trouble and try to stumble out, leaving it better than we left, than when we arrived.
She takes a hand outward and touches yours, and she's like, "You'd be surprised how many people have that backstory."
So where did the cook end up going? Is she the one I was
She's-
helping them?
Yeah, she was back in the kitchen cooking.
Okay. I think I'll make my way in there.
Yeah. You would enter as the two of them left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she goes, "Why?
Hello.
Hello.
Your name's Tala?
Yes. And yours is
Nix.
Nix. Oh, it's a nice name. Short, sweet, to the point. A little like you.
Oh.
Would you happen to know anyone with a name similar to yours? Couple.
It's an odd question.
It's just that we heard the name Tahal earlier, and I wondered if,
No.
by chance, there was a connection.
Never heard of her at all.
All right. Thought
Oh,
it was
what's she
worth
look
a
like?
shot. No idea.
Oh, it's a shame. Well, how did you hear of her? Not important.
Just figured I'd ask.
Secrets.
But if you don't know,
No,
it's
no,
of
sorry.
no importance.
Oh, no, it's fine, dear. Are you all right?
Yeah, doing fine.
Yeah, you always stand there with your arms crossed in front of you, looking sullen. Would you like something to eat?
Yes.
Have a seat. I'll fix you something to eat. I'm gonna fix you a hot toddy too. You'd be surprised. Hot toddy cures what else yet? And she goes over and she starts and she moves. Get out of the way, damn ghost! And she's like pushing spirits out of the way. She's like, I swear to. And she's like pushing them and she's like fixing stuff and she's like, I'll fix you something nice.
Thank you.
And you can talk or you can sit there.
I'll sit for now.
Very good. And she begins making you a hot toddy. And fixing your food.
Okay.
I love this person. She's amazing.
You spend some more time and just have a pleasant conversation. The time passes. You see her getting more and more comfortable with you. And then you eventually come in. and make your way. You see the half-bearded dwarf, and he goes, "Are you Fae? Are you Fae?"
No.
3 times, that's good. You save me some time. All right, what do you want?
I'm looking for my friends.
Oh, we're all looking for friends. There's a lot of people's friends in there.
Ah, then I'll join them.
What do your friends look like?
One of them is made of metal. One of them has wings. One
Your
of them
friends
is
ain't here.
very short and annoying. I'd like to inside check that.
Yep, go ahead.
Short and annoying.
Nope.
You are confident that no metal.
7.
You are confident this dwarf looks at you because no metal man has walked through these doors within the past day or so.
Well done.
I'm going to continue to describe Edgar and Nyx.
Wait, go back one. Short,
Yeah,
Annoying.
insufferable.
insufferable. Talks like these, shows me.
That's so bad.
Yeah, your friend's here. Go in and give him a right square kick to the back of the pants.
Alright.
You come in.
Yep, I'm going to look for Edgar.
Yeah, you come in the door and you take a few steps in, and then there's and you see Edgar playing a musical instrument just like this.
Coin to your guardian.
And then you hear a crash as the dropping of plates, as the dropping of metal pieces, as the man sitting on the floor with all the kids stands up, dropping the pieces, and he goes, my son of whom I take great delight. And he just comes running over to you, and he's got the same sort of frizzy hair, and your father scoops, like hits his knees and slides on his knees to where you are.
Oh.
Like does not wait, does not stoop down to you, but hits his knees, and he's got, you can hear the sound of his knee pads hit the ground because that's how he hugs you. As he comes forward and he slides on his knees, he hits the side of your armor, in the special spot that he knows, and hits it. Your armor falls off, and he picks you up. He picks you up as your armor falls to the side, and he goes, I love you to the moon and back.
God.
And it just wraps you in the biggest hug, and you see this man hugging Alo and just like picking him up, and he turns around at the group and in the loudest, like, booming voice that you can hear. Everything stops as he goes, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? This is my son, and he is a hero. Everything is gonna be okay. My son is home. And he like puts a hand on him, and he you just see this pride emanating from this man, the big frizzy hair, who looks nothing like Alo, but just the largest smile he can, and you see tears streaming from this man's face, and he's like, we have to save your mother.
We do?
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's
Ooh.
Yeah.
What a gift.
Okay.
What an absolute gift.
Great.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of Wonder. We love you guys so much. We are going to go raid a channel that we have set up already, but thank you guys so much. We've got a few episodes left in this season of Wonder, and then we've got some one-shots planned. But guys, I mapped out the rest of the season depending on some major choices that the group makes, and ooh, boy, howdy, it's going to be a doozy. I can't wait. So, we love you guys so much. Indigo Connect. But hey, do you wonder? We'll see you soon.